I think it's important to understand when it comes to life, forward movement doesn't always require you to just keep going in the direction you are going. Sometimes forward movement means you taking a pause and really understanding or allowing yourself to trust yourself and trust your intuition in order to pivot, in order to move in the right direction. The right direction isn't always going to be right in front of you. Sometimes you have to make a U-turn and turn back around and understand that what you are doing is not for you. Sometimes you have to take a right, sometimes you have to take a left. But I think it's important to understand that when it comes to direction in life, just because you have to make another move or just because you have to go a different direction to move forward doesn't mean that you're going down the wrong path. But I think it's important to understand to not always keep moving and thinking that is the solution to the problem, because a lot of the times, and that's why I don't really conform to the societal norm, because for me personally, what societal norm looks like is being in a so-called hustle culture and allowing yourself to be depressed and allowing yourself to have these deep emotions and not dealing with it and just keeping and just moving because you think that's the only thing that you should be doing. And I think it's important to understand that when you keep moving and you know that there's some stuff under a rug that you keep sweeping under there, at some point it's going to overpower you and you're going to have to sit down and deal with it, and it's going to feel like you can't handle it. And that's why I think it's important to deal with it. And that's why there is a such thing as functional depression, because in this society it's not normal to sit down and connect to your emotions and connect to your feelings, because to people that is a sign of weakness. But I think it's important to understand that being able to connect to yourself and your own vulnerability puts you in a space of being strong and having strength when you are around other people, or when you are around, or when you're in society, and when you have to interact with different people and when you have to connect to different people. And I think it's important to understand, if you just keep moving and you're not even going in the right direction, all you are doing is being in other people's way, and all you are doing is being in your own way as well. Because what that leads to, you just keep moving and you're not allowing yourself to connect to yourself and what is right for you. It leads to misery, it leads to bitterness, it leads to you seeing other people living the life that they want to live, and you feeling even more depressed because of that, because they're shining their light and they're showing you that you have a light within you that you could tap into, but you're choosing to do life in hard mode, when you can choose to do life in hard mode by choosing yourself and loving yourself and choosing your own path. But you're afraid of what you're going to look like, or you're afraid of what you're going to have to deal with. And I think it's important to understand that it's going to be hard to not pick yourself and choose yourself and stand in your worth, and it's going to be hard to conform as well. And so I think it's important to pick your heart, pick where you're willing to be okay with for the rest of your life.